You see, everybody needs someone by their side, and I can't go on without you another night. Since companionship's been gone, my life has been so slow without you. You see, it don't take a rocket scientist to know I love you. And it don't take a rocket scientist to know I need you. See, if you believe that you and me could change the world someday, you'll believe me when I say I still love you. I still love you. Okay. If you know the name of that song, wait, what is the name of that song? I still love you. Oh my goodness. If you know that song, then we can be friends. Yeah, so I'm feeling raggedy and I'm feeling bored and I'm feeling like, you know, just kind of So why not make a video with me wearing this hat to cover my hair because I need to wash it today and it looks a hot mess underneath. Oh man, I forgot to go under my old video to see the comment that I was gonna reference. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, this woman left a comment on my last video, which was the cover of Love and War by Tamar Braxton, and she said you should do a video showing us your favorite vocal warm-ups and or vocal exercises rather. And I don't do vocal exercises like the whole like me no, I don't even think that's one. But yeah, I don't do them, but she gave me an idea of what video to make. It's not going to be about my favorite vocal exercises, but it is going to be a video about how I learned to sing. And it's kind of a sad story, but it has a happy ending. Kinda. I mean, yeah, it does. I mean, because I can sing now, so. Alright, let's just jump into it, shall we? So, in my previous videos you guys have seen, I'm sorry, I can't talk that well right now. Today hasn't been a good day for me health-wise, but I'm trying to not think about it and just record and just pretend that it is a good day. If you've seen my previous videos, you'll see that I've talked about being a victim of domestic violence. My biological mother was very abusive and neglectful, and the only reason why I'm bringing that up is because that's a huge part of why I sing and of how I learned to sing. Unfortunately, it's kind of like, would I rather have been abused and neglected, or would I rather have had a good voice? But at the same time, if I did have a loving household, my talent would have been recognized by my family and I would have been able to take vocal classes. But no, I'm self-taught. Yeah, so when you're neglected, like I am, when you're neglected, basically you have a lot of time to yourself and you're isolated, and no, it's not fun. I wouldn't see my mom for most of the time. I wouldn't see her. The only times I would see her, good morning, good night, that's it. And when I was younger, even less. I would be in my room just with the door shut. I wasn't allowed to come out unless I had to use the bathroom, or if the particular apartment that we lived in, if my mom was in the room, if we only had a one bedroom apartment, she would be in her room and I would be in the living room by myself, not allowed to go into her room. So basically, she made sure we were kept separate. And I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but my biological mother is deaf. And, sorry, my headphones just clinged against my water bottle. Anyway, she's deaf. So, with the neglect and her being deaf, that gave me, unfortunately, it gave me an opportunity to turn to music. And singing was the way that I kept myself sane. Singing made me feel better. It made me feel less lonely and isolated. It helped calm me. It gave me something to look forward to. I didn't have to worry about getting in trouble for singing because she can't hear me. Yeah, so that's basically, I started singing when my earliest memory of singing, I would say 5. I remember singing in front of my kindergarten classroom for some reason. So I've always had a love for music, even very young. It was kind of funny because I'm really behind in a lot of knowledge about music of the past. Like, I have my one genre and I stick to it. Well, my couple of genres, and I stick to them. Like, I need to venture out more. But I was so naive to the world around me. Like, I was so isolated and I didn't have any, what do you call it, input, except from school and TV. I remember when I was 7 and I was thinking, I'm the greatest singer in the world. This was before I found out who Whitney Houston was, which I didn't learn who she was until a friend told me about her when I was 11 years old. And before then, I'd say my favorite singer was Beyonce, but I didn't really have a favorite singer. Like, that was just the one she was just the one I picked because she was very big, very, you know, out there when I was growing up, very popular. Once I found out about Whitney, I became obsessed, and it was not a good obsession. I mean, it taught me a lot, but it was not healthy, and I'm happy that it's calmed down a lot. Like, okay, Kina, there are other great singers besides Whitney Houston, and I wanted to emulate her, so I would just listen to her music, and I would go, okay, what am I doing wrong? Basically just trying to emulate what I hear. And my range was very limited up until when I was about 14. I finally discovered how to sing high notes. I was singing Run to You by Whitney Houston, and all of a sudden what's the part? See, I don't want to mess it up now because you guys are going to be like, if you only knew that part. It just came out. And I was like, what? Let me try that again. If you only knew. And I just kept doing that over and over again. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can sing higher now. So I practiced that. And that part of my voice got stronger and stronger. Then I fell in love with Toni Braxton. So I started working on my lower register. And yeah, that's how I learned to sing. I just emulated the people that I listened to. And recently, I finally got the courage to sing in front of my mom, not my biological mother, the mother that took me in. That's another story. I think one of my videos, I think it's the How to Love Your Natural Hair video, I mentioned my mom a bit. But anyway, I finally got the courage to sing in front of her. And she was like, I noticed you're singing from here a lot. I think you need to be singing from down here. And and this was recently, this was only like a month ago. I was in my feelings. I was like, you mean to be telling me I've been singing wrong for my entire life? Somehow I managed to have power singing the wrong way. I didn't use my diaphragm like I should have. And after she told me that, and I kind of figured it out, and now I'm in this awkward stage where I'm trying to get rid of my old habits and embrace the new, because singing from your diaphragm makes such a big difference. I was like, well, my high notes sound stronger, my low notes sound clearer, I don't feel as out of breath, my throat doesn't hurt after I sing. It was amazing. So I'm working on that now, and I'm always working on improving things. Like, one thing I really want to improve on is riffs and runs, but I don't want to be the person who relies on that all the time. I admire people that can do it, but that's just not my singing style. Always working on breath control. Yeah, it's been kind of hard with the health issues. You know, when your chest is tight in the first place, it's hard to sing as it is. When you're always dehydrated, it's hard to sing. But yeah, maybe that was kind of a boring story. I don't know. So yeah, the cliff notes are, I was isolated a lot, and I use singing as my coping mechanism, and yeah, self-taught. And I do pride myself on being self-taught. I think the tone of my voice helps me get away with a lot of, how do you say, not great technique. Because I go back to older videos and I'm like, ooh, that sounds strained, girl. Ooh. But I guess since, like, the tone of my voice is pleasant to listen to, that kind of stuff kind of gets ignored. I've realized if you have a good tone, you could pretty much you could just, and I'm not trying to, like, sound arrogant. I'm not even talking about myself when I say this. You have a good tone, and I'm thinking of people like Luther Vandross. Is that how you say his last? I've always had a hard time saying his last name. Is it Dross? Dross? Anyway, he has a great tone. I'm trying to think of who else. Sam Smith. See, Whitney, she was one of those singers where she had the great tone and she had the amazing technique. Not to say that Luther and Sam don't, but I've noticed people who have very pleasant tones, they don't have to do all the riffs and runs and blah, blah, blah. They can just sing and people will just be in awe. So that's the kind of singer I strive to be. I mean, I want to know how to, like, riff and run off the top of my head, but right now that's not my focus, since I need to learn how to sing properly from my diaphragm. And I'm hoping as you continue watching my videos, you'll see the progression in my voice. Unfortunately, I've deleted a lot of old covers, so you won't be able to see how I was back then compared to now, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's my story. That's pretty much it. This video is probably way longer than it needed to be. And I'm gonna go take a shower and wash my hair. So I hope you enjoyed this story, kind of, not really, whatever, chit chat video. I don't know. But you'll see me in my next video, and wherever you are, I hope you have a good day, night, afternoon. I gotta work on an outro so I don't do weird stuff like this every time I end a video, because I don't know how to end videos, as I've said. Maybe that should be my outro. I don't know how to end this, but bye. Okay. Alright, but seriously, guys, bye. Thank you for supporting me, and thanks again to that woman who left the comment that inspired this video. I wish I could give you some vocal exercises, but the closest thing I've ever gotten to doing vocal exercises was when I was in the choir in my school, and we would do things like, "Mommy made me mash my M&Ms." But other than that, no. I feel weird doing them. And I feel like I don't need them. I just sing, like, easy songs to, like, kind of warm up my voice, and then I'll move up to the higher or the harder, because low songs can be pretty hard too. Yeah, that's it. Stay hydrated. I sing almost all the time, so it's like I'm always practicing. It doesn't feel like practice though. It just feels like I'm just having fun, or I'm just trying to cope with my anxiety, or stuff like that. Okay, I said I was gonna end this video. Now I'm really gonna end it.